She decides she's not done yet. She's just gotten a taste of that sweet, sweet revenge.
Well, that went so well.
So she sends a messenger and says, okay, I have accepted your terms. Your men are here with me. Send your elders, your wise men, your nobles to accompany me back to your kingdom.
Send an honor guard of your best and brightest.
Send an honor guard of your best and brightest. Exactly.
Claim your prize, princess.
Precisely. They show up and she says, okay, nice try, guys, but you're all very dirty from the road. We have constructed this brand new bathhouse. Please come in, bathe, refresh yourselves, wash your clothes, and as soon as you are feeling bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, we shall get on the road.
Is there no end to her hospitality?
Great question, Lance. Great question. Because, okay, no sooner have they gotten inside than her men shut and bar the doors and light the building on fire. And they all stand around and watch as the best and brightest of the Drevlians burn alive. Olga's still not done. She sends another messenger. There are still more Drevlians. She sends another messenger and says, okay, I'm on my way. Your honor guard is coming back by the main road.
They were great, by the way.
They were great. I'm going back by a different course so that I can visit the city where my husband was killed and hold a funeral feast for him. Please
what a devoted wife.
5,000 of your best soldiers to accompany me at that feast. And they say, okay, that makes sense. And they send all of their people, and they get to the city, and she sees her husband, and they hold the funeral and everything. And she says, okay, now we have this great big feast. We have brought a truly inordinate amount of mead. Drink up, you guys.
Drinks on me.
Drink, and they drink, and they drink. This, it may have been poison, may not have been, but they drink until they are thoroughly incapacitated. And then Olga just waves her hands, and her honor guard starts slitting throats.
Oh.
With her reportedly walking through the midst of the carnage, encouraging her men to the slaughter.
All 5,000, huh?
All 5,000, not a survivor.
See, this is why you have a designated driver. Someone who doesn't drink with the rest of the party. Someone who can get you home safe and, raise the alarm if all your people are being murdered.
Someone that you trust to tell you when something isn't as it should be. She's not done yet.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
She gathers her armies and meets the Drevlians in the field. Her son throws the first spear to start the battle. But because he is a toddler...
I'm about to say, isn't he?
He is
tiny?
He is somewhere between the ages of 3 and 12 at this point.
Okay.
He tries to throw the spear. It barely misses the horse's ear, hits the ground, falls backward, and hits his own horse. It's not an auspicious start.
No.
But they go out, they crush and smash the Drevlians, scatter them, and then they descend on the last city and lay siege to it for a year.
Ooh.
At the end of a year, Olga comes to the leaders of the city, which I can't remember if Prince Mal is even alive at this point. She goes to the leaders of the city and says, why are we still doing this? I want to go back home. You want to plant your fields. Let's make peace.
Hasn't this gone on long enough?
This has gone on long enough.
I'm so tired of killing all your people.
Because after all, wasn't this just about tribute? So I'm going to ask for one more tribute, and then I'll be on my way. Now, this next bit I have heard ascribed to a number of historical figures, including Genghis Khan.
Oh.
But this is the OG. She is the real figure that did this. She says, all right, last tribute. For every house in... Oh, man, I almost remember the name of the city. I don't. But for every house in the city, I want 3 pigeons and 3 sparrows. Now, this sounds very unusual, but that is how tribute was calculated at the time. I went back through the chronicle, and it was for every house in such and such a village, they would give this much gold or this many furs.
But she asked for pigeons and
She
sparrows.
asked for pigeons and sparrows. Which, homing pigeons and things. And so they're a little weirded out by this request. But honestly, to lift a year-long siege...
Oh, anything at this
they'll
point.
figure it out. And so they do, actually. They gather up all of these birds, because apparently it wasn't actually that big of a town. They gather up all these birds, say, here you go. Thank you so much. She says, pleasure doing business. I'll be off first thing in the morning.
Oh, no.
They say, cool. They skitter back to their homes. She distributes the birds among her men, along with cloth and sulfur. They tie the sulfur to the birds and let them go. All of the birds return to their nests with these sulfur-soaked rags, and somehow, it's not clear whether they put fuses or whether they fired burning arrows or what, the entire city goes up in flames like that.
All the birds went home carrying the incendiaries with them. You make the whole town a...
Sparrows from every house.
Oh.
Was what she requested. So when they send them back, they're now carrying these sulfurous rags that will start at just the tiniest spark. And suddenly the entire town is in flames. They're all trying to put out the fires. She moves in with her troops and slaughters everyone. In the morning, true to her word, she packs up and leaves. And the only Drevlians still alive are her slaves. Later, after ruling peacefully for many years, she goes down the river to Constantinople, meets Constantine VII. They start up a friendship.
And she becomes a saint.
She is the patron saint, not making this up, of widows.
Oh.
And converts, because she was herself a convert.
And a widow. Well then,
Princess
she understands.
Olga, patron saint of widows.
Oh, man.
And the scourge of the Drevlians.